morning everybody. It's that time of the month and it's the March garden tour today. The birds are being so busy building their nests, and I've used this willow holder that I made with a recent workshop to use it to stuff potential nesting material in. So moss, which I've scraped up from the garden, some sheep's wool from a fence, some horsehair, and they've really been enjoying that. They're just feeding under the apple tree too. They are our friends, so we need to encourage the birds into our garden. So it's terribly early, but the narcissi are starting to come out already. And then I will be, as usual, walking down the garden, and there's various things I want to point out to you, such as I've got my perennials that I've cut down now. There's the hardy annuals still hunkering down well. And I've been busy seed sowing. So I love the way these narcissi tete-a-tete are naturalising in this area here in the grass. It means it's not taking up a flower bed too. I love to see them from my kitchen window, but I'm also quite tempted to cut a few as well. So we as gardeners have not really enjoyed this rain, but I tell you what, the frogs and toads have absolutely loved it. So I'm really pleased to say I've got some frog spawn in here, so I'm eagerly awaiting the tadpoles to hatch. In the rest of the cutting garden, things are looking like they are certainly starting to grow and enjoying finally a little bit of sunshine. The tulips have certainly put on a little bit of growth. I've planted up some more corn cockle. The daucus are doing well. The only thing that isn't looking so good maybe is the larkspur. The corn cockle bed has been filled up now and it's really enjoying being out in the natural ground. Cornflower are doing fine. As you can see, there aren't many of the larkspur left. They have been well and truly munched. We've managed to make a start on the sweet pea arch, which is great news. Still needs to be quite a lot of finishing off to do. We've made a start with bracing the sections, but still needs a lot more work, and I want to weave some willow to make it look pretty as well. The Ami is about a foot tall at the moment. I decided to leave planting out until I was pretty sure there wasn't going to be too much hard frost. They're very strong plants, and I've spaced them roughly at a foot centres, and I've got about 16 in this bed. The alliums are really taking shape. I'm a little bit unsure about what this patch in the middle is though. As you can see, quite a lot of self-seeding has happened. And I love it when the muscari, it just pops up various places, and somehow this little tete-a-tete narcissi has sprung to life just over here, quite unexpected. I lied about my perennial patch. I haven't actually got round to cutting off the old growth from last year, but I have already made a start with dividing some of those perennials which have got congested. Here's some Achillea the Pearl, which I dug up and split from this patch over here. Everything is really looking fab in the greenhouse. This is my little nursery area where I bring the things that have the flowers that have just germinated. I tend to do that inside where it's warmer and then bring them straight outside. So I've got larkspur, scabious ping pong, scabious phacelia, all sorts of things going on there. Sweet peas are just growing on fine, and yeah, everything's doing pretty well so far, just gradually sowing more and more. I've got quite a few things hardening off just here, so they'll be ready to plant out any day soon. And in the big greenhouse, it's mainly some of the bigger plants. The main thing in here is the snapdragons, which are ready to harden off soon, and they've just been pinched out just to encourage that bushier growth. So I've got quite a lot of snapdragons that were autumn sown and have overwintered really well. Right, let's have a quick look at the dahlia patch in the orchard. And I'm just going to quickly check on my biennials in the orchard. There won't be anything to see with the dahlias, so let's have a look at the foxgloves and hesperus. And that's it for another month. That's the March garden tour over with. These beautiful primroses, this carpet of primroses in the orchard amazes me each year. And hope you'll tune in to see what's in store for April. Wonder if those tulips will have started flowering.